everyone, so this is my little summary and review of all the different television shows coming this 2015-2016 season on NBC. Now, out of the 4 networks that I'm doing these videos on, which is CBS, ABC, NBC, and Fox, NBC probably has the biggest list of shows, but all of them I'm not really certain on which ones are actually going to be broadcast, because a lot of them have like very little about them besides the plot summary. So I don't know how many of these shows are actually going to air, but I'm just going to talk about all of them. And side note on that, I won't be talking about all the shows, in my opinion, that have like no like story plot to them. So more like the little game shows. So like Best Night Ever, First Date, and Little Big Shots I won't be talking about, but I do recommend if you like those shows you should probably check those out. So the first show that I will be talking about is Blind Spot. Blind Spot is about a vast international plot explodes when a beautiful Jane Doe is discovered naked in Times Square, completely covered in mysterious and intricate tattoos, with no memory of who she is or how she got there. But there's one tattoo that is impossible to miss. The name of FBI agent Kurt Weller emblazed across her back. Jane, Agent Wheeler, and the rest of the FBI quickly realize that each mark on her body is a crime to solve, leading them closer to the truth about her identity and the mystery to be revealed. Now, I saw the trailer for this show as an ad on YouTube a while back, and it definitely did pique my interest, and I will be checking out at least the first few episodes of the show, if not the whole thing, because it looks so good, and I'm really curious to see how it all unravels and how it's all shown. So Blind Spot is definitely a show that I will be checking out. The next show is The Player. The Player is a series that co-stars Wesley Snipes as a pit boss and Charity Walker as the dealer for the high-stakes game where an organization of wealthy individuals gamble on the ability of a former military operative turned security expert Philip Winchester to stop some of the biggest crimes imaginable from playing out. Can he take them back down from the inside and get revenge for the death of his wife, or is it true as what they say, the house always wins? Now, I really don't care to watch this show, but it definitely looks really interesting and a really creative idea. So if you like the trailer and like the description of it, I definitely think you should check this out and keep this show running. It's just not really one that I'm going to be watching. Now the next show is Chicago Med. The newest installment of the compelling Chicago franchises, an emotional ride through the day-to-day chaos of the city's most explosive hospital and the courageous team of doctors that hold it together. They will tackle unique new cases inspired by topical events, forging fiery relationships in the pulse-pounding pandemonium of the emergency room. And through it all, familiar faces from the Chicago police and fire departments will intertwine with the third team of the Chicago heroes hits the ground running. Now, I'm not a big fan of the whole Chicago series, I guess is the best word for it, with the Chicago Blue, I believe it's called Chicago Fire, and now Chicago Med. So it's not really one that I'm going to be checking out, but it definitely looks like it's going to hold up to all the other ones. So there's that. Now the next show is one of the ones that I'm most excited for, which is Heroes Reborn. Heroes Reborn follows a whole new set of heroes after the first show, where it seems now that they are hunted even more than before, causing anyone with powers to either be hiding or dead. But the world needs heroes again, so this big question seems to be, will these new heroes be good enough? Now, I never fully watched the original Heroes series, but I definitely like it, and pretty much am binge watching it right now to be able to watch this new series, because there are so many familiar faces that I don't quite remember what their plot was, so I'm watching the original series to remember them. So I definitely recommend, if you are going to watch the show, to watch or rewatch the original series of Heroes, because there are so many things that I feel like they're going to connect between those two shows that you need to have that back knowledge for. So I'm definitely watching this one. This is one of the ones that I'm most excited for. And yeah. Now the next show is People Talking. People Talking is a new comedy about two diverse couples who are both neighbors and best friends. As they go through life side by side, they can't help but analyze and obsess about everything. From topics about sex and race, to the fact that the trusted new babysitter might be a porn star. Nothing is out of bounds for this wildly outspoken foursome. Now this looks really good and really interesting, but not one that I'll be watching at all, if not right away. So it's more of one that I'll see how everybody else thinks of the show before I check it out. Because it looks interesting, but not well enough to hold my interest. The next show is Shades of Blue. Jennifer Lopez stars as a sexy New York detective, a single mother, Harley Stannos, who fell in the tight-knit group of dirty cops, taking bribes and protection money that she uses to provide for the best life for her honest, talented daughter. But when she is trapped by the FBI and forced to inform on her own brothers, she will have to walk a fine line between love, loyalty, honor, and betrayal, to try and keep it together for her daughter's future. Now this is one of the many shows that there's not much out on it. They had the interview with Jennifer Lopez and some of the cast talking about the show, but there hasn't really been a release of a trailer or day when it's going to air, so there's not much out on the show, but it definitely looks interesting enough, in my opinion, that if it does come out, I'll be checking out the first few episodes to see how it goes. Now the next show is You, Me, and the End of the World. In a bold, adrenaline-fueled new comedy drama, the news of a comet is an unavoidable collision course with Earth sets in motion for this hilarious, unexpected chain of events imaginable. The story follows an electric group of seemingly unconnected characters around the world as their lives start to intersect in the most unexpected ways. And when I say electric, I mean a rebellious priest, an unhinged white supremacist, a mild-mannered bank manager, a germophobic cyber terrorist, and an American five-star general. Some of these misfits are destined to make it to the bunker deep beneath the Earth's suburban of slogan, and the rest will become the hugely unlikely and totally unsuitable future of mankind. Wouldn't that be a disaster? Now this is another series where there's not much out on it besides the image picture and this description, but based on the picture of who's cast in it and based on the description, if this show does come out, I will definitely be watching it because it looks hilarious and a clever idea. So I'm excited to see how they do this based on the description, but I will definitely be checking out the first few episodes when it does come out just to see. The next show is Heartbreaker. Based on the real-life achievements of Dr. Kathy Mulatto, this unique character-driven medical drama follows Dr. Alex, an outspoken, world-renowned heart transplant surgeon, one of the few women in her field. Stubborn and fearless, Alex always operates on her own terms. Revels in the racy personal life that is a full-time job in itself. Manages in the daily demands of a skeptical faculty and the dutiful interns. And pushes the boundaries of medical science to impressive new heights. Now this does look really interesting, and I will be checking this one out for at least the first few episodes. So there's a big yes to this one for me. The next one is Superstore. Superstore is about a unique family of employees and a supersized megastore, from bright-eyed newbies to seen-it-all veterans, to the clueless summer hires and the in-it-for-life managers. Together, they are hilariously tackle the day-to-day grind of ribbed bargains hunters, riot-causing sales, and nap-worthy training sessions. Now, not much on it, so not much detail I can give. So, yeah. The next show is Hot and Bothered. If you think the steamy, sexy, sensational, scandalous, and heart-wrenching heartbreak on Latino soap operas are a little extreme. Just wait until you see what happens behind the scenes. Eva Longoria stars in a new comedy about Anna Sophia, a sizzling TV superstar, and her lively family of cast and crew, all competing to steal the spotlight. When the cameras turn off, the drama turns up, as Anne battles pesky network execs, drunken scriptwriters, narcissistic co-stars, and unfortunately familiar new on-scene love interests. And overall, I have no idea. The next is Coach. Coach picks up 18 years later when the retired coach gets back in the game to assist his son, who was just hired as head coach of the Ivy League University in Pennsylvania, where they do nothing about sports. Between dealing with eggheads on campus and his hostile daughter-in-law at home, Coach will soon learn he's not in Minnesota anymore. And no, just no. The next one is Emerald City. Swept in the eye of a tornado, 20-year-old Dorothy Gale is transported to another world, a mystical land in great peril, where the all-powerful wizard has forbidden magic and rules over the many kingdoms. This is the fabled land of Oz in a way you've never seen it before. With lethal warriors roam, wicked witches plot in the shadows, and a young girl from Kansas becomes headstrong heroine who holds the fate of the world in her hands. Now this one's Wizard of Oz, so I'm definitely checking this one out, but with so many rumors that it's getting cancelled, I'm a little disappointed. So it's another we'll see, but if it does air, I'll definitely be watching it. The next one is Crowded. After 20 years of parenting, the empty nesters Mike and Matrina are finally reclaiming their wild side. But when both of their two grown daughters unexpectedly move back in, and Mike's parents scratch their plans to spend their golden years in Florida's, their roost is full again. Another we'll see. And finally, the last one is Game of Silence. Game of Silence is a gripping new drama about a successful Atlanta attorney whose long-lost childhood friend unexpectedly returns after 25 years. When a dark secret they thought they buried resurfaces, the Brotherhood bands together, and right and wrong of their shared past, the journey that will push them to the limits of loyalty and quench their thirst for revenge. I don't know. There's not much out on this one, so I don't know. And yeah, that's my little summary and review on all the different shows coming out the 2015-2016 season on NBC. Like I said in the beginning, I don't know how many of these are actually going to air, because there's so much speculation around all of the different shows. So it's a big we'll see on which shows actually come up. But that's just my summary on all the ones that I've found. I'll be leaving the trailer to all the different ones that I did show a trailer or something for in the description down below. And hold out for the rest of this week because I'll be posting the last one of these videos, which is for Fox. And you can also go and see some of the other ones I've already done for ABC and CBS, either later in this video or in the description down below. And yeah, bye!